Hey there, welcome to my channel. I'm Dina. I do many different types of reviews on this YouTube channel. It typically is around clothing. I like clothing a whole lot. I've decided to recently branch out into makeup because I enjoy makeup just as much. Not as much, but just as much. So this is the Beautylish box that I just received, and inside I have a couple of goodies. And to give you a hint of what is in here, although you've probably already read what is going to be in here, this right here will probably give you a hint because the paper that they included is a bunch of eyeshadow palettes or single eyeshadow things. I don't even know what they're called. Oh my gosh, that makes me sound... Anyhow, underneath this paper is a whole bunch of things, including a new Natasha Denona palette and a beautiful lipstick by Tilbury, along with a new brush that's specifically made for my type of eye, which is hooded and deep set. And I also have a Viseart eye makeup primer plus a Tilbury new foundation meant specifically for like luminosity and not necessarily super deep coverage, but to give the color a nice, your skin a nice color and evenness, along with maybe some plumping help through hyaluronic acid. Okay, so if this is intriguing to you and you want to see how this look came together, go ahead and watch me unbox it and try the items on. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining me today. Unless I happen to have other people around me, I'm not sure why I said us. Enjoy. Okay, so I have here the pieces that I'm going to be using today. I showed you in the intro that I got a handful of pieces and that I would just be going through them one at a time while doing the actual, trying to attempt a makeup look. I am wearing a pastel, like very nude pink color. It has a little bit of a warm tone to it, so it works well with my own skin tone. That's why I like to wear this particular color, because it's a good, like almost a nude for my coloring, but it's not nude enough that it looks like I'm not wearing anything. So I think a bit of makeup will help bring this whole outfit out and make it a perfect spring outfit. So one thing I didn't mention in here was that I had received, I actually ordered this, what is it called, like a traveler case from Units. And the reason I chose it is because this is gonna sound stupid, I actually have like pre-check, I've got global entry, and I had no idea that you were actually allowed to have a TSA approved liquids container this big. And so now that I know that, I'm like, hey, wait a second, I actually could just not check a bag and have just this case. I don't know why I didn't know that. Anyway, so this is one of the pieces I bought, but obviously not important to today's, you know, makeup try on and review. So I'm not going to start with obviously the eyeshadow. I'll do that in a little bit. I mean, some people put the eyeshadow on first and then they put the makeup on, but that's not my style. I don't do that. I get why people would do that. It makes sense. So I think I'll start with the two items that will help me with the discoloration of my face, and this will help hopefully keep my eyeshadows on a little bit stronger. I want to do these amazing makeup looks, but you know, I'm just not, I'm not blessed with the sort of beautiful eye space that some of you have. So just know there's someone out there jealous of you if you have a beautiful eye space that you can create all sorts of beautiful creations on without hiding half of it because your eyes flip up on themselves too much. So I have a good foundation that I like to use, and it's by Ilia, but I wanted to try something a little bit different. This apparently is very much like the Ilia that's out there, and it's got the hyaluronic acid, and it says skin looks more radiant by up to 285%, long-lasting and pollution defense. What makes this different is it doesn't have an SPF, so I have to remember to put an SPF on beforehand if I choose to use this. So I am going to go ahead. This is a color 3N, so 3 neutral. I do tend towards more neutral or warm versus cool. So I'll go ahead and put this on. I think that this is just meant to be put on like the way the Ilia is, with just your fingers. I don't know that it would matter because I probably still would put it on with my fingers. It's just the way I do things. This is blend outwards from the center of the face for a natural looking color. So I can't do it with my fingers, which is fine. I have used like those beauty blenders. They're okay. I like them all right. I have used like foundation brushes, but honestly, I just find my fingers to do a really good job. So I'm going to show you how I do it. It's probably going to be hilarious, but first I'll just show it to you and see how well it like matches my coloring. It seems decent. You know, it's a touch light, but maybe it, as they call it, oxidizes. So here it is. And if that's the case, then I will be just fine because it'll be a closer match to my skin. And sometimes because my skin has a little red in it, so I'll start with this smaller amount, and if I need more, I'll build it up. So I just go in from the middle, and then I blend outwards. And this typically doesn't take me very long. It's so weird to do this on camera as opposed to just by myself during the day, you know, watching YouTube videos. Instead, I'm talking to you all as I'm filming a YouTube video. So you can tell I have a lot of redness because as it's being blended into my face, a lot of the discoloration's being taken away, and I think that's okay. I think that's like the goal with me every single time I put on foundation. It isn't so much to hide imperfections in my skin other than the discoloration, because I honestly like my skin otherwise. I think it's, for my age, pretty unlined. You know, I have a little hint of dark circles, but nothing like I've seen other people struggle with. And I definitely don't have the fine lines a handful of my friends do. Honestly, that's a nice amount of coverage, but probably not as much as I might need. So I'll go ahead and do a little bit more right around my nose, and maybe just a little bit right here. Although I think the Viseart eye makeup base will probably take care of some of that too, so I won't go too heavy there. But I really like the fact that it isn't like kind of creeping into the lines around my eyes, which is the reason I like the Ilia so much, because it really does go into my, it doesn't go into my lines either. And I feel like the Ilia makes me look younger because it's so good at just, with, I guess it's that hyaluronic acid. I think that makes a huge difference. I mean, I'm gonna say it right here. And from what I've read, the hyaluronic acid is really good for you if you are like getting a little bit older and want to keep a youthful, like, plump to your skin. Okay. So there we go. I mean, just looking at it in the mirror here, which is right over there, I like this. I mean, you can still see the redness a little bit right here, but honestly, I'm never that concerned about it. It's like if I wanted a full face coverage, because I was going out to like something super special, then I would worry about it. But on a daily basis, this is a good amount of foundation. So I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put this away. The color seems to be a really good match for my skin, so I'm glad I chose 3N. So if you have skin tone close to mine, you may want to consider 3N. Okay, so yes, I'm very pleased with that. Right. So we'll see how it wears, but so far it looks pretty good. Right, next, I'm going to go ahead and do the eye makeup base from Viseart, and I do that because it stays on my lids pretty well. The eye makeup, I never have a problem with it, but my concern is that it kind of just like, it like drifts and separates, and I think it's just because of the way my eye shape is and everything, and the fact that it's hooded and it's crinkly. I don't know, my eyes are a mess. I like my eyes. I think they're pretty. I think they're happy when I smile. I think they're a very pretty color. So I'm not hating on my eyes. I just don't like the fact that I can't wear eye makeup as well as everybody else. Okay, I did read online you're supposed to shake this really well. So here's what it looks like. It's the Viseart. It says Viseart Professional Makeup Seamless Eye Primer, and the seamless is what I need. So I think I should probably get a close-up mirror. So I'll go ahead and grab the Natasha Denona mirror for, this by the way is the eye makeup I'm going to be trying on, which I know a ton of you are interested in. A ton of you may have already purchased. I've already watched a handful of YouTube videos with it on there. It's so fresh and new that The mirror itself hasn't come off, but look at these colors, guys. I mean, look at that. Gorgeous. I'm not even sure what I really want to do today. Anyhow, so I'll go ahead and take this mirror cover off so I can use it in order to put on my makeup primer. Okay. And I'll just go ahead and place that here for now. Looking at these colors in the palette, I'm super excited about this Starlit color. It's like a really pretty, like reddish orange with like gold flecks. I think that would be really pretty with this today. So I'm gonna try a little bit of that. Plus maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll just try something kind of wild because it's a Saturday and I'm not good. I mean, the only place I'm going is my daughter's. She's in Annie right now. She's playing one of the Boylan sisters. I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to add of this stuff, but I put just a little smidge, so we'll see how this works, and I'll just kind of, all right, I'm just gonna put it over the whole eyelid. You're supposed to like let it just sit there, and I think you're meant to kind of let it dry down as opposed to using it. Okay. I don't know if you can see any difference. I don't know. I mean, I kind of do. I see like, or I feel a difference at least. And I think when you look at them closer, this one has a little bit less like lines maybe at this point. I don't know. I have no idea if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but I am feeling and seeing it. So I'll put a touch more on the other one. And then, sorry about that. One of the things I wanted to correct for my last video, which I've only made this makeup video and that other one, and the other one I kind of kept swinging this into the frame, and I'm like, nobody wants to see that, so I'm trying to correct it. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry down for a second, and while it's drying down, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out a cheek blush, and I'll pull it out from my, I'll pull it out from my collection of cheek blushes. I think I really liked the Wayne Goss one. So let me go ahead and pull that one out. That one is, and it has the highlighter in it as well. So this is the Sweetened and the Shimmer Pink. And I think because it's a palette of pastels, it seems like a good choice. So this one. And I'll go ahead and grab my brushes that I like to use with it. So I'll use my Units brushes that I received as part of the my Beautylish bag, which is how some of you may have found me. So I got them here. And this one is the Units 306. I used the 305 last time. Let's see if the Units 306 looks a little bit different. I love this highlighter so much. It actually does have a little bit of pink in the highlighter. It's super, super pretty. Oh my gosh, I don't think you can see it. Maybe you can. I went ahead and invested in some lights that'll brighten things up because my bathroom, while it's not dark, I did notice that I had to lighten the video up quite a bit, and it was really hard to see the colors. So I'm hoping this helps a tiny bit. Alright, so I've got the highlighter on there, and I'm going to add some just right here in the middle of my nose. And then, of course. Now this time I added the highlighter first, and I've been continuing to do that since someone told me, I don't even know who it was on YouTube somewhere, that it's a good idea to add the highlighter before you add the actual blush. So I'm going to, and I've liked it because with these two together, it works really well. And I prefer a nice pink flush. So I think I like it because of the lack of contrast between my hair, my eyes, my eyebrows, my eyelashes. I think if I was a little bit darker and I had more contrast, I may not want to have this much flush, but I enjoy the look of this flush. I think it's very pretty on me, and I think it suits just my overall facial shape and everything. So I just kind of go in there and just give it a liberal application. And to be fair, this isn't the world's brightest blush either. Okay, so there it is. I won't be contrast. I won't be doing any sort of sculpting with like a bronze or anything today. I don't have any interest in that. I just want a pretty spring look. All right, so at this point, it appears that my skin tone, excuse me, my eye makeup primer has done the job. And so I'll go ahead and pull out my tools that I'm going to use for my look. One of the tools is actually in the bag, or the box, excuse me. I purchased a very specific eyeshadow brush because I was told online that this eyeshadow brush is really good for those of us with like the hooded or the deep set eye, or those of us with little lid space, which is basically me for all three. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. It's a fairly expensive brush, and I'm happy to have it because if it does what it says it's going to do, then I am a happy lady. It is taking forever to pull it out. It is a synthetic brush, and it's an Angle Eye Blender by Ray Morris. I have had a brush that had this angle on it before, and I did actually really like the way it worked with my eyes. So this is a little bit bigger than the Angle Eye brush I've had in the past. Okay, so here it is. It comes with this protective color, which makes so, considering how much you have to spend on it. Now, so it's a little bit bigger than I anticipated, but everybody who has reviewed this on the site has said how much they've liked it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull 2 more to go with this. I do really like this brush, and it's also from Beautylish. It's the Smith, I think it's 253. It's been so well loved at this point that, so there you go. And that's like a just like really fine detail brush. I'll use a blender. And this is the Blender Pro from Sonia G. Okay. If I need anything else, I'll pull it out. So, I think what I want to do first is apply, I think, Illusion. So Illusion is, I'm sorry, you guys don't need to see me, I'll do it this way. Illusion is this one here, and apparently it's like a duochrome. I'm not really seeing the shift here personally, but I think that would be a really good color for just kind of like overall, and then I can build on that. I know most people probably just use it as a highlighter, but I kind of want to go in there and just do it. I want to do something extravagant and wild. Considering I'm wearing a very plain dress, it seems like the right time to do this. So I'm just going to go in here and see how this turns out. So it looks almost the same color as the, okay, this I can tell right away. I can confirm that this Viseart stuff is like keeping the eyeshadow where it's supposed to be, so that's good. And I'm really liking how this eyeshadow is applying with this brush and with the primer underneath it. So it's very, very pale, but you can see the flex where it takes on that duochrome. And so it's a nice pretty base color for the look I'm going for today. And I'm hoping that the other colors that I choose to use also work well with this color. I think it's just very pretty. So I'll go ahead and do this. And hopefully you could see the color. It's hard for me to tell what is actually filming, but by my vision, I'm already seeing a difference. Go ahead and reserve this for a little bit later. I'll use it in just a moment. What I'd like to do is just go in here and kind of line this portion of the eye. So this, I think this might be where I go in with the Starlit, which is this middle piece here, this middle one here. I like that color a lot. I think it's just so pretty. I really dig it. So a little bit closer. See if you can see the shifts. Very pretty. So Starlit, I guess I could do Duet too because it's super close to the color, but maybe I'll use that as like, I think I'm going to do is one color here, and then do like this and see how it turns out. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying it because I want to, and I've been doing eye makeup for years, so I don't think I'm terrible at it, but I also am not a makeup artist, so, you know, take what you get. Okay, the duochrome is definitely showing up in my mirror here with the lights going, so I think the Illusion is actually doing its job. It's a subtle shift. It's nothing like bam right in your face, but it's pretty good. So, you know, while I'm putting this on, I just want to tell you that I have been absorbed with watching YouTube videos about Hermes, and like how you have to like go through all these like ridiculous steps in order to own like a Birkin or a Kelly bag. Not that I have any interest in either of those. If I'm going to spend my money, it's going to be on traveling or like really beautiful clothing. And I'm not really a accessories or a purse person. The nicest bag I own is Philip Lim, and it's a 3.1, just a nice carry bag. It kind of has got a little structure similar to the Birkin, but ultimately I wouldn't want something that's $10,000 that you'd have to pay $10,000 to purchase. I mean, like, apparently there's like all these scandals. So I watch all these different people talking about their Hermes Birkin journey or something, and I'm just like, for whatever reason, it's been absorbing me lately. So I've been watching all these videos, people like, you know, telling these sad tales of not being able to get their dream bag after having spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in Hermes, and it's like, what is this world that I know nothing about? It's just, anyway. So if you are one of those who gets absorbed in like a particular type of YouTube video that has nothing to do with anything else you enjoy, go ahead and comment down below, because I'm actually really curious about what y'all watch, because I definitely have been Hermes, my journey to my Birkin. I went into all of the boutiques in France and couldn't score one, etc., etc. All right, so here it is. It's got the, it's this really pretty red color. I won't leave it at this red color because I think it's not the right fit for this particular. I have to add more to make it a little bit more stand out. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with, it says Bora. It's a very pretty purple color. So it's almost like I'm going in with kind of grape and strawberry colors. So I'll use the same brush, and I'll just kind of go even lower on the eyelash line, just so I can add a touch of purple. So it's going to mix the colors together, but I don't mind that if it ends up being the right shade for the look I'm going for. Yeah, that makes a big difference. I can already tell that I prefer it with a mix of the Bora. So this is good. All right. So happy with that. Maybe just a touch more on this eye. I'm very perfectionist. Okay, there we go. All right. And then what I'll do is I'll add the Bora down in the bottom as well. Just very gently and delicately. What I like about purple eyeshadow with blue or green eyes is it really makes the blue or green eyes stand out. I actually have blue eyes, but they have a yellow ring around the center. So I have heterochromia, which is when you have two or more color eyes, or two or more colors within your eye. And so a lot of people think my eyes are green because the blue and the yellow mix together to create kind of a greenish look. And I dig it because no one knows if my eyes are blue or green. I think if you were to say exactly what my color is, it would probably be close to like a Caribbean blue or green, because it's just that color that you get with when you go to the Caribbean Ocean. All right, so next I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with Ray Morris, the 7475. That's how much I paid for it. The, oh gosh, 6.5 like eye blender. I don't know what it is. I do want to try the Duet color and the Bubble color, okay? So let me just show you. The Duet is, oh yes. Or did I already try Duet? No, I didn't. Okay, so here, actually, no. I wanted to do Dainty, and I wanted to do Bubble, but maybe I want to do Duet. Gosh, now that I'm like, well, the Dainty is super close to the color of my dress. So let's go with Dainty and Bubble. So I'll do Bubble. I'll do Bubble like in this area, and then I'll do Dainty towards the actual like nose bridge area. So here's the Dainty. Okay. Just to build it up a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. So pretty. I kind of just wish I had super expensive camera equipment so y'all could see how pretty all this looks. Oh my goodness, I actually really like this. I think I'll go ahead and take some photos of how the eye makeup looks afterwards, and then I'll put them maybe at the beginning or it's not like towards the end, so you can see what it looks like a little bit more closely, because when I can take the actual photograph, you can see the details a lot better. So here is the Dainty. Okay, and then I'll take Bubble, which is a very, very strong color. So let's see how this goes. Looks like that. They have these crazy cool eye makeup looks with this palette over at Beautylish. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I kind of dig it. I might make it a bit darker because I like it so much. It's like this really interesting, it's a shade of blue I cannot wear on my body with my face, but on my eye, I think it looks really pretty. Oh, that's neat. Okay, I like that. I might have to put something in between the Dainty Pink and this Bubble Blue, or not. Maybe I'll just accept it because it is something very unique and I kind of get it. I like it. I don't know if anybody else is gonna like it, but I really like it. It's almost like an 80s throwback. You know what I'll do? I think in the middle I'll kind of blend in the Duet, because I had said I really like the Duet. I've got to grab my Blender Pro brush, which ended up on the floor, of course, because heaven forbid I be able to like take a video without graceful people. I am not one of them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead in with this Duet color right here. All right. I feel so bad because normally I'm such a green person. I'd be going for like the Adriatic or the Mint Frost. But no, today I went in for the pinks and the blues and the purples. But anyway, so here it is, the Bubble before I blend. It looks like this. Okay, I really like that. I just think it's super pretty. And then the Duet is like a very pretty, almost pink purple color. And I'm going to go right in between the two to kind of blend them together. So that way it makes less of a harsh middle point. I might want to go just a little bit. Okay, that's cool. And then this side as well. Let's see. A little bit more. I feel like it's the blue, the Bubble Blue is very strong, so if you decide to put it on, just be prepared. Be prepared. Okay. All right, so here it is. I hope I'm right and close enough, maybe a little bit closer for the end. Okay, so if you take a look, the color the brush ended up shows you just how it's a very pretty combo, so I'm really excited. All right, well, I mean, I've been going for 26 minutes now, so I probably should hurry up. So I'll go ahead and put this back in its box. I'm very excited. I think it's super pretty. I love it. I'm feeling very pastel in spring now, so yay for that. I'll go ahead and put on my mascara. The mascara I chose to bring out was the one that I really enjoy, which is the one that I did in another video, the MOB Beauty mascara. It's right here. If you'd like to see more about that, I'll put a link up to the video right there. Okay, so with my mirror, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I coated my lashes with some kind of base this morning, so they've already got a little bit of length, so this is just adding a little bit more drama. I couldn't tell you what the base was, I completely forgot, but it was very gentle, nothing that did anything except add just the barest of colors. All right. So there we go. Oh yeah, that looks really good with the colors, so go ahead and, I don't know. All right, so there's the mascara. So just as I said in the last video with the MOB, this is actually really good. It's really, really good. And you don't have to use very much of it at all to get drama. They're apparently restocking the MOB Beauty at some point, and it must be soon because I got an email about like re-signing up for it. I don't need it. I obviously have already received it, but at 60% off what you would buy, or how much it would be if you bought it from MOB themselves, if you even were like slightly intrigued with the MOB Beauty launch by Beautylish, I say go for it. I really like it. I think it's a beautiful set of colors, both the deep and the light, or the soft and the dark. I don't know what it was. I thought it was soft. Maybe it's soft and deep. They were really pretty. Okay, so yes, I'm very happy with this. I kind of want to, let me just go ahead and scooch in just a little bit. Make it like the telescoping in a little bit more. So. Yeah. It makes, I just like it. It makes me happy to be wearing this. Okay, so next I'll go ahead and I'll slide on. Oh, by the way, I already did my lashes. I did it with the same thing I used last time, which is the Tarte. I think it's called the Big Ego Sketchin' Set, and I really like it. I use it all the time. It's my absolute favorite. All right, I will go ahead and go in with the same powder that I went in with the last time. This is another Tarte product, and this one is called, what is it called? Let's see. Shape Tape Setting Powder, translucent. I just really like it. I think it does a really good job of just making the shine go away. And as soon as I put the shine powder on, I feel like I look so much better overall. By the way, I'm using another Units. This is Units, I think 301. I don't know if it's supposed to be a blush brush or a powder brush, but I use it as a powder brush. And I use a smaller one as my cheek blush. So, oh, it always makes me feel like I just feel so pretty. Why did my hair get so, oh, come on. You guys are so graceful when you do it. None of you seem like ridiculously incapable of like keeping things from flying off shelves or keeping things from flying into your face. I mean, here I am. I'm in my bathroom by myself. There's not even that much space to mess around in, and somehow I always end up making a mess. All right, so there you go. That's it, just by itself without any lipstick. Even without the lipstick, I'm actually really pleased with this particular look. I think it looks cute with the barrette in the back. By the way, the barrette is one that I bought in Mississippi a few years ago. I think it's pretty. It could actually work for this outfit. I went ahead and curled my hair a little bit. I have naturally wavy hair, and if I just spend a little bit of time just kind of adding, like twirling it up into buns or whatever, it gets kind of curly. So here it is when I take it down, which I'll do. And I think overall it's a really pretty look. It's very romantic. I don't know if I need anything romantic, but it feels like the right day to do it. All right, I want to go ahead and show you. Actually, I might pull my hair back. I think I preferred it pulled back. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it back again, and with the pretty little clip. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so I think I'll just wear it like this today. All right, this is a very interesting lipstick that I ordered from this order. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution. This is another Year of the Tiger thing. It's called the Walk of a Star. It's done in a special limited edition packaging, and the package itself is also in this. Now this is not at all a spring pastel look. This is like full on, like almost fall. So what I think I'll do is I'll go ahead and put this on, but also realizing that I might have to touch it down or take it down a notch with some sort of like lip gloss. Probably some Wayne Goss lip gloss that I have that is like a more of a nude, and I think it will help tone it down. So let's see. I'm gonna apply it very lightly though. So maybe if it's light enough. No, it's still too dark. It's definitely too dark for this look. Unless I am just going for a 90s like dark lipstick pastel eyeshadow appearance, which, you know, has its merits because it's coming back. Everybody loves the 90s now, and the 90s were a great time to live. I fully embrace bringing back the 90s simply because I want the 90s to come back. I had a wonderful time as a teenager and as a young adult in the 90s. I got to listen to Spice Girls. Non-ironically. You know what? Let me take a look. You know what? I kind of dig it with this color. I think I'm going to stay with this color. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take some photos of this, and I'll show you those right here. And then I'll just kind of end with one as well. Normally I do like the end screen or whatever, but if you want to see it, it's at the end screen. Overall, I'm very happy with this palette. Overall, I'm very happy with Beautylish. They continue to do a really good job with their packaging. They do a great job with their tools that they choose. So they choose companies that really have great products, and I am always happy to receive products from them. So, all right. Well, with that, I hope you're having a lovely day. And if you've tried the Pastel palette and would like to tell me more about your feelings about it, go ahead and comment down below. All right. Thanks again for coming by. Bye.